Alrighty, back with another game. We got Brad the Chatty Daddy versus Hunter x Hunter is mid as fuck, aka Random Wizard, and sending them the all clear, and we can get going here.
Choosing to actually represent a different anime in this one. Instead of hating on one, Random Wizard has gone with Kami House. Oh, and Android 16. Will we see a theme throughout these names?
And Android 16 just needs to let it go with this taunt because he's only going to be able to use attacking moves with that, and Cottony carrying Prankster will allow him to move before anything on something like a taunt.
Oh, and bitch, I'm Goku just getting slapped and losing the juice.
And that's pretty big because I know that Kami House likes to use Bitch I'm Goku as a belly drummer, and a huge stun spore coming in there, but a fire punch landing, no paralyzed luck there for Brad the Chatty Daddy, and forcing him to pull him out and bring in the Cyndaquil.
Ooh, and there's the flash fire. This thing's probably scarfed with the eruption. It's going to be a bit of mayhem.
Whew, big damage. Didn't matter that it was a little bit resistant being fire type. Doesn't have flash fire like Cyndaquil does, so it was easily taken down.
Yep, sending Goku straight back to Snake Road.
But we know that Piccolo here, aka Welmer, is a pretty powerful Mon with strong moves. The Stun Spore missing there, and Water Spout taking down the Cottony. I like the swap there to the Welmer, and Welmer's kind of going to be tough for Brad to deal with if he doesn't go for something like the Goldeen or, going with the Fletchling here, potentially risky.
Yeah, he's kind of got to go ahead and get Chip on that Whalmer. The water spout based off its health, that thing scarfed, that paralyzed a huge miss, allowing the Whalmer to really still do its thing. Very interesting that we've got the Whalmer and the Centaquil essentially playing very much the same way.
And it looks like Android 16 loves life and is the easy swap in to kind of deal with that Fletchling there. Really nice
Yeah,
Pokemon here from Kami House.
he just holds that finger up and the bird just lands right on it.
Hmm.
Goldeen staring him down now. We'll see how he fares with that, though. I do not remember him liking any fish whatsoever.
Goldeen can be a pretty powerful attacker. So we'll see if he goes for the knockoff here. He does, and the big damage there. But in the berry juice, not able to heal up the Magnemite. The Magnemite was one way to send some electric damage at the Fletchling, but the Goldeen, I believe, has lightning rod, so hopefully Random Wizard doesn't send an electric attack at this Goldeen. Oh, and he sends the Thunder Wave, and Lightning Rod powers up the special attack on the Goldeen here. This Goldeen is a physical attacker, but the knockoff finishing off the Magnemite.
And how does he handle this now? He's got his Purloin to start trying to get some disruption in, going into Piccolo to just try and resist and push through. Big hit off the hidden power, but the knockoff claps back, removing that scarf, going to slow Piccolo down quite a bit.
Ooh, the powerful Mega Horn from Goldeen here, taking down the Piccolo. This is really tough. Let's see Purloin here. Yeah, Bulma comes out. We need to take down this Goldeen, but Megahorn just immediately taking down the Dark Pokemon. Just massive there with the Life Orb, and only two Pokemon left. Sucker Punch finishing off the Goldeen, and this Diglett is extremely fast. Let's see if he can make a little bit of a comeback here against the rest of Brad's team.
Yeah, he's really going to need to get it in with the Diglett. Krillin's going to have to get those Destructo Discs flying all around all of Brad's team in order for Random Wizard to bring this one back, but the priority of the fletchling's still there. The Cyndaquil with the scarf, it's still there. There's still a lot of speed on Brad's team as well.
However, Android 16 was a pretty nice physical wall here, so he will have that option. Protect coming in, and Earthquake not going to do any damage, just going to allow this Toxic Orb to go ahead and poison him, and Facade just one-shotting the Diglett there really fast. And here
It
comes
does quick
Android
to the
16. Just finishes him off, and holy wow, Teddy Ursa really strong there. Heading off to game two. Nice finish there from Brad.
Random Wizard having some good swap-ins, showing that he's knowing where he can play defensively, but not really getting the offensive pressure out there against Brad. Let's see how they change up their leads potentially going into game two. I wouldn't be surprised if Brad throws out a more offensive start.
Yeah, Kami House leading with Bitch on Goku, and I think I had heard that he likes to set up here with him, so Knockoff getting rid of the substitute there, but protecting the item. And there's a big belly drum that will proc the berry juice, going back to 100%. Knockoff will do less than half damage because it won't do extra because the berry juice is gone. And all of a sudden, Kami House has a huge Magby with 4 times attack, but Flash Fire allowing Cyndaquil to absorb that just like game one. And the hidden power coming back and taking down the Magby, really tough there. You gotta wish that you had a different move there available, but tough breaks there. We saw this matchup in game one, and Kami House was willing to just press, just really press through, but Bulma loses the Eviolite, so it's gonna take some damage here, or, as opposed to before, but a knockoff coming back, able to deal some good damage. The stab Giga Drain coming out of Cottony, and you turning out with a decent crit there. I like the U-turn. You don't want to lose your Bulma here, but the Cottony also at kind of low HP. So Android 16 in the steel typing will try to force it out here.
Oh, and he keeps falling for the prankster taunts.
Knockoff getting rid of the berry juice. And the Stone Edge hitting twice in a row, taking down the Cottony.
But Random Wizard getting rid of the Cottony without having a bunch of paralysis through his team. Could that be the speed that he needs to kind of close out a game potentially? Brad also still having a lot of threats on his.
Powerful brick break coming out of Anorith, but you're still looking at a powerful sweeper, actually two powerful sweepers on Brad's side. So the Thunder Wave coming in to try to maybe secure some RNG luck here. Knockoff sending the Eviolite away. Oh, another bug attack taking down the dark Pokemon. This is going to be really tough for Kami House, aka Random Wizard, to come back here. The Stealth
Well,
Rock is already in place, so the Magnemite coming out will take a little bit of damage from that. And Whalmer was already battling, so it's going to be tough here to make a comeback.
Yeah, going with that paralysis and cashing in on his Purloin there, I'm just not so sure about it. Anorith and its speed isn't really what I'm worried about. I would have just gone with the Whalmer and just try and force it out some water spouts and potentially get some chip damage in.
We have seen a lot of knockoffs, so there may not be too many items left. And oh, a very powerful ground attacking drill run just taking down the Magnemite. Here comes Whelmer. The hidden power coming in and just finishing off the Goldeen. We're going
And
to see
now
the
he's going to have to switch off of it, and if he doesn't want to keep doing hidden power, and then he's going to have to take more rock damage, lowering the damage on his water spout. It's a tricky situation. He does still have a lot of speed with that Diglett. Getting rid of this Fletchling could be a big play in that. But no, choosing to switch, he wants the Whalmer to sweep.
an acrobatics with that two stage up from the sword stance, able to one tap the Diglett, and then there it is, just finishing off the Whelmer, and that will end the round. Brad the Chatty Daddy defeating Kami House 2-0.